All right, we should be live on both Twitch and YouTube. It has been a while. And as always, if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to fast forward, skip forward. Bit of a surprise stream, not expecting huge numbers of viewers today, but let's see if we can get back into the swing of things. Bear with me as I just, as always, load everything up. And again, if you're watching this after the fact, please feel free to fast forward. And if you are here, say hello. Other than that, yeah, we'll just get the ball rolling. Yeah, I'm back. It's been a while. Finally healthy enough to be able to cast. And so let's just dive right in. I figured, you know, I talk a lot when I live stream about these two players meeting each other on the ranked ladder. And I figured I'd do a night of it because they're just always so much fun to watch. So it's like the Viper and Hera, like MBL and Heart, the Bloodless and Survivalist, always their games are so much fun. Hello, Shane, Jonas, hello. Thank you everyone for joining. Like I said, bit of a surprise stream. I haven't streamed in about a month. Been sick. My voice has not been great. But yeah, we're gonna settle in for some hopefully fun games between these two. I don't know if it's gonna be 5 games or 3 or 7 or whatever it is. We'll go as long as we can. So, game number 1. We've got the Bloodless playing as the Incas in red, Lithuanians for Survivalist. And we are on Arena. I think most, if not all, games tonight are going to be on Arena. Ray Shrimp, hello. Yeah, it's been a while. I was just mentioning how there's just been a lot happening in my non-YouTube life. Moving homes. I've been basically sick since the end of December. Finally, my voice is back. I'm feeling good. The baby had sleep regression, which is never fun. Waking up every couple of hours in the middle of the night. And so we're back. Hopefully, regularly moving forward. So let's take a look where the internal resources. For our Inca, both primary gold and stone, very forward. At least he has a bit of extra stone to the back. Also, nice clean wall. No forest forming part of it. Survivalist. Also gold and stone in the forward position. Also, but unfortunately does have a forest here. And the Incas do get onagers, which means this is an easy access path to the Lithuanian base. Extra room here off to the bottom left. Extra room here to the top left. Okay, so both of them equally disadvantaged in terms of resource locations if one presses into the other, but Survivalist, yuck, has this forest, which I'm never a big fan of. Somehow I gave Texas the Canadian call. Oh my goodness, Shane, it's been, I don't want to say it's been fun or funny reading about what the hell's going on in the US. People like ice skating on Bourbon Street and Florida beaches covered in snow, but my goodness. Welcome to the average Canadian winter. I am Jonas. Oh goodness, you made me laugh and cough. I am not moving back with my parents. No, I am in fact looking for a home, as we are expecting a second baby anytime soon, and so we need a bit more space. But yeah, and then to be fair, actually, you're absolutely not right. There is no shame in moving back with parents, although it's not my particular experience. AC Dragon Rider, how goes? You in LA, you didn't get in California. You guys didn't get any snow, right? It was only like the Florida and Louisiana, that area that got snow. You guys didn't on the West Coast, right? Oh, and thank you so much for the congratulations. Yeah, so it's just been a really busy month, and being sick on top of that didn't really help. So thank you, Shane. Players are exploring the map. Let's see how many relics they've seen. 1, 2, 3. By the way, look how close these relics are to Survivalist's base. 1, 2, 3 of them, literally 10 tiles away from his wall. A fourth one not too far away. And our Inca basically just has one. I mean, the Lithuanians, this is about as good as it gets for you. Your monasteries work faster. You can pump out those monks quicker. And then you can get that +3. And maybe if you get this one, +4 attack on your heavy cavalry. Let's see how many relics Survivalist has seen. Oh, that's so sour. He has not seen any of the ones close to his base. Not the one on the left. Not the one on the right. He's going to discover the center one? If he moves a little bit to the right, maybe not. Yeah, no, he is going that way. California, less snow, but dealing with a bit of a fire problem. Yeah, that I know. Yeah, just a little bit of a fire problem. My goodness. You guys could have used all that snow from Florida. Oh, AC Dragon Rider. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I handle another one? We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Okay. Scouts. It's funny that neither player has discovered the relics that are the closest to their bases. Although, yeah, and right as I say that, the Bloodless does discover and Survivalist. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that little tile. That one dark tile. Hey, Lemmy. And, okay, so he does discover it. Unfortunately for Survivalist, does not see the relic that's like here. Where are you? Trying to highlight the ether. Where's that circle? There it is. Right there. So he's going to head up north because obviously, you know, you can't get that lucky that you have 4 of the 5 relics right in front of your base. Well, yeah, scene 3. He is heading up to Feudal with 26 pop. Okay. 26 villagers, 27 pop. So adding a few extra farms. Or maybe 1 or 2 extra farms. I'm not sure if these games are practiced for a Titans League. I think the games that we're going to watch today have been played across the last like 2 or 3 days. They weren't scheduled or anything. They just met on the ranked ladder. And so I downloaded the games. I don't think they're preordained or they set up anything amongst themselves. So what do we think? I mean, Lithuanians, hard to go cavalry against the Incas with their Kamayuks. Okay, Feudal, Blacksmith Market. Feudal almost here. Will he finish the house in time? Ooh, by the skin of its teeth. Look at that timing by Survivalist. And also the Blacksmith Market combo, although he's got 2 on his market. So he should be, actually, no, pardon me. Bloodless also had 2. Isn't it funny how there's always some little bit of a mirror between the players at this level of Elo? The upgrades are relatively similar. The playstyle build order is relatively similar. They're mere seconds behind one another. This is going to complete, and we are castle 20 seconds behind, which is not bad considering he pumped out an extra villager. So really he should be 25 seconds behind. Survivalist somehow managing to shave off 5 whole seconds, which is not bad. That's like a fifth of the lead that the Bloodless had with that 1 extra vill that Survivalist has. You think he's going to survive and win? We'll find out. Like I said, let's think this through. I mean, the Lithuanians, hard to go, like I said, cavalry against the Incas. They do have the faster skirmishers. The Lithuanian skirmisher is bonkers skirmisher with 10 pierce armor. Their spearman line units move faster. They do get gunpowder, hand cannoneers, bombard cannons. That might be difficult for the Inca to deal with. Ooh, look at this long distance mining. How much wood does the Bloodless need here? 775. Are we going to explode economically? I mean, the Inca buildings do cost 15% less stone, which means technically with 255 stone, that should be enough, right? For 85, 85, 85 stone for 3 TC. So he's going to plop down 3 town centers here. Okay, 1. Maybe I'm getting too excited. 1, 2. Come on. There's a reason you have 85 stone. There it is, 3. So our Inca is planning a huge economic explosion. At the same time, Survivalist is trying to contest relics with 6 scouts. His opponent is making no attempt. I don't even see a monastery here for the Bloodless. Yeah, Late Chai Supremacy is also... That's going to be hard to do. Even Kamyuks might have a bit of an issue with Late Chai. That being said, the Kamyuk is a pretty tanky unit. And with that range, they can stack like crazy. Survivalist is going to see, by the way, that his opponent is nowhere to be found. And he ceded control. Will this work? Is the question. 4 town centers to 3. But you've now given up control of all the relics. The monastery's pumping out monks. 20% faster. But the Bloodless has completely abandoned. Is he inviting Survivalist to go cavalry just so he can go Kamyuk? Let's see what kind of mind games the players are playing, because Survivalist is going to be kicking himself in the butt, saying, why the hell did I upgrade my scouts to light cav? Why the hell did I train 5 more light cav? You're not even out on the map. There is nothing happening here. The monk gets shift clicked probably onto this relic. Second monk is where? He is heading out for that relic here as well. Okay, so relic number 2 getting got. And by the way, Survivalist has seen all 5 relics. He's seen the entire minimap. Our Inca, a couple of blind spots, but has seen all 5 relics as well, making no attempt whatsoever. Now he's ahead villagers. Big surprise there. Nicholas Bond, watch you so much on YouTube. First time catching you live. Awesome. Glad to catch you live as well. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Better than the Bloodless here, who has, again, given up all control of the relics. I like that Survivalist is taking the furthest one. Where's the second monk? There he is. I mean, this is insane. You've given him all 5 relics. Yeah, AC Dragon Rider, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Survivalist should run his light cavalry in front of the gates and see what the actual hell is going on here with the Incas. For all the 4th town center, he's only ahead 8 villagers at the moment. 9. Ooh, Nicholas, you're from the UK. Well, thank you for joining at, what is it? 1 in the morning? 2 in the morning? Chistalo, yeah, no way Incas are stopping Lithuanians with all relics. It is going to be very tough. But like I said, let's see. I mean, Survivalist is kind of being forced to go heavy cavalry, right? He's got 10 villagers on stone. He's kind of being, his hand is being forced here. Because if you don't go heavy cavalry, it's kind of silly. Oh, now he's moving the relics to where? To a safer location in the rear. Smart play. Siege Workshop, University. So we're going Imperial Age for our Inca, maybe. Although he doesn't have the resources whatsoever. Look at his economy now. 15% bigger. Survivalist, for his part, is not approaching. Why is he being so tentative? Why is he being so hesitant? Go and explore your opponent's base. Why are your units here? Why are they just hanging out, not moving around? Yeah, it literally is the Thanos gauntlet. Ma SD. Oh, it's also 1:15 a.m. All right. Random fan. Bienvenido. Well, thank you guys for joining at 1:15 in the morning. As we watch Survivalists gather all 5 relics as the Lithuanians, watching the Bloodless go up to crazy number of villagers as the Incan, but I'm starting to, I mean, how could you not be concerned for the Bloodless here? Right? He has no army. This is his army. And he has no vision on the map. And he's only ahead 3 villagers. What the hell is the game plan here? Yeah, there we go. There's Imperial. In Spain, it's 2:15. Well, to all the Europeans, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. A 5th town center here for our Lithuanians as a castle goes up. And right as it goes up, will Survivalist see it? Why is he not exploring the map? He's also going up to Imperial, only a minute or so behind. Oh, and the Nova Scotian. Although Nova Scotia's not that far ahead, right? What are you, 11 p.m. now? You prefer having 5 relics than the 1 minute lag time to Imperial? I would think so too. I mean, if he was like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes behind, it would be problematic. But he's already taking the external gold and leaving his internal gold untouched, which I love this. I mean, this is why I want to cast these 2 players. I love that Survivalist is taking the riskier gold first. And then if he ever gets pressed into, he's got 3,000 gold here at home that he can mine to his heart's content. And what the hell is this? What are you doing? You're moving out with your Kamayuks. Can we get a kill, please? It's been 26 minutes. Okay. So either the castle will get a kill or the Kamayuks will get a kill. Only 9:17 in Nova Scotia? You're only an hour ahead? Interesting. Incan castles do cost 15% less stone. He's going to discover... Ooh, good attack rounds there. So what's going on? The castle. So it is the light cav who get the first kill as they catch a mangonel exposed. And now our Inca, who didn't realize there was a castle here, maybe? What the... Careful, don't kill your own villagers. I don't see a single heavy cavalry unit being trained here for Survivalist. Not a knight, not a Latus. Instead, I see Bodkin, I see monk upgrades, and I see conscription. And a mangonel. John Yang, how's it going? Yeah, we are here after a month of not being here. John Kana, welcome to the live. 5 relics with Lithuanians. Well, we had a few kills. Survivalists did manage to add a few villager kills here that were constructing the castle. Treb, I mean, moving it pretty damn far back. Halberdier, you rushed up to Imperial to get Halberdiers. You played 28 minutes to die like this. Let's see it. Survival is just now training a Treb, but they take 50 seconds, which is a long ass time. This Treb will fire 5 times before this Treb is even trained. And I don't know that you're going to be able to repair this entirely with just 3 villagers. Especially now, not against 3 Trebs. Both players have 2 castles. Both players have 4 or 5 town centers. Their villager count is identical. Block printing for those 5 monks. And we still don't have a single heavy cavalry unit for our Lithuanian. Yeah, well, there you go. That's what happens when you try to repair a castle with 2 villagers against 3 trebuchets. Any upgrades on the castle? No. Any upgrades for you? No. And then they come about to discover the existence of yet another castle. Nice quick wall. Bloodless gets his first villager kill of the game. Well, it took 30 minutes. Our Lithuanian is upgrading the hell out of his monk, now getting theocracy. Survivalist does love to play with his monks. He's gonna lose his Trebs to these mangonels though. Might want to get Bracer to increase the range. But by the time that comes in, oh, Kamayuk's just doing what Kamayuk's do. He converted one of the mangonels. Hilarious, but it didn't fire on anything. And now they're castle down. Okay, okay. But Red is starting to lose Trebs. He is oh my goodness. Treb versus Mangonel. Kamayuk gets converted amidst the fight. 2 Kamayuks get converted. I don't think they're elite yet. No, they are not elite. In 30 seconds, crossbow with thumb ring is going to get added to our Incan arsenal. Bombard cannons out for our Lithuanian as well. Now we think the Inca is going to win. No more relics in the forward position, by the way. They've all been ferried back to the base, rear of the base. What the hell is the name of the game here for our Inca? Crossbows for the moment. They are going to get Bodkin, Halberdiers. His Kameyuk count is down to 5. They are elite though. A little bit tankier. But they're not exactly meant to be used 1-1. You know, this is a unit they're like step lancers. They're kind of weak, but their stacking is what makes them absolutely bonkers. Survivalist, by the way, just with these monks here to the south of the market, converting everything. And the Incan push has stalled. Again, as good as these units are against cavalry, look at their attack. Even as an elite unit, they attack with an 8. Bloodless, by the way, has also abandoned his trebuchets. Not a lot of forward infrastructure here, just a couple of archery ranges. He's finally taking some stone. Would love to see him. Okay, he is taking the gold. But look, he's got no gold to the rear. Survivalist still has his entire mine. 2,500 gold still here. One halberdier moves in, meets the hand cannoneer. The Bloodless became bloody. Very bloody. To be fair, he did kill 14 villagers so far, which is not bad at all. But look at Survivalist's villager count. He's at 150 almost. In they come. They're going after villagers. Go after the bombard cannons. What the hell are you doing going after villagers? I'm curious to see at the end of the game the conversion count for the Bloodless, for Survivalist. Monk in the middle of nowhere. Crossbows are now arbalesters. Survivalist is basically just stealing the army. Basically just turning whatever Inca was. I see militiamen. What the hell are militiamen doing here? Take your 40 HP and go home. You are not welcome here. Okay. And for the second time, the Bloodless makes a little bit of a dent in Survivalist's forward position. Where the hell are the Lechai? There's one. And he is moving forward. 13 plus 4. No upgrades at all. No attack upgrades. No armor upgrades. This is the moment where 10 Lechai can wipe this entire army off the face of the earth. But he shoos him away. Where are you going? You don't need to worry about hand cannoneers. How much armor do they have? Pierce armor when they're unpacked? Like 1 million? You don't need to worry about hand cannoneers. Where are you going? Come back, coward. And there's fabric shields to give a little bit of extra protection to these Kameyuks. I don't see any eagles. I don't see any slingers. So we are pretty much going Kameyuks with that upgrade. FYI, a halberdier discovers this expansion. Oh, come on, paladins, baby. Come on, paladins. Lithuanian paladins with +4 attack. Bubanitsa. Welcome. You think the push is dead? Yeah, it's some ridiculous number. We're about to find out. 150 pierce armor. Yeah, I don't think they need to worry about hand cannoneers. Arbalester versus Skirmisher, not exactly the battle we wanted to see between Inca and Lithuanian. No! No, he's going light cavalry. Okay, well, at least we might get to see winged hussars. They're not exactly the strongest missing blast furnace, but I mean, come on. Come on. You both have so much gold. Don't show us trash wars yet. Why does he keep training frickin' militiamen? Andean sling? What the hell does he need Andean Sling for? How many skirmishers does he have? 5 skirmishers? Why is the Bloodless just getting random upgrades? Andean Sling also is not going to be that useful. It just reduces the minimum range of a skirmisher. It's not going to be very useful in a skirm versus skirm war here. What will be useful is 4 frickin' trebs, a big juicy castle, and even more Kamayuks. Let's see, they're going straight for the castle. I wouldn't go for the castle. I would go for this infrastructure here. Another castle for our Inca. And Survivalist has to reposition his entire army, doing so very slowly by tying them to the monks. Might want to get a move on. Now the upgrade to Winged Hussar is very expensive. What is it, like 800 gold? Yeah, 800 gold. I don't think Survivalist is going to be able to afford that. I guess, though, to be fair, I wanted to see Paladins, and I don't think he can afford that either. More conversions. God, the Kamiyuk just eats up cavalry. And look at this, while this is happening, he's taking the gold. Okay, our Inca. Although, to be fair, our Inca is facing light cavalry with forging, with halberdiers, Kamiyuks, and arbalesters. I mean, come on. Survivalist is throwing this game for some reason. His final castle. Sorry, not final castle. There's one down here with a skirmisher inside for some reason. Why is Survivalist throwing this game? Does he have tower shields for his skirms? Yeah, look at that. 10 pierce armor. That is a juicy level of pierce armor. Our Inca has double the army count. He's at 200 population. He's got 20 units in the queue. Survival is desperate to get to 180. His villager count is falling. Skirmishers, halberdiers, not exactly going to kill these villagers very fast. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But this is a lot of gunpowder. 6 bombard cannons with their bonuses against buildings plus 200, stone defense 40, and the Bloodless is out of stone. Oh, the castle falls. He managed to shoo them away, but oh, 6 has become 4. They fire, trying to catch Survivalist. The Bloodless, they don't. Wow, he's gonna lose all his bombard cannons. Ooh, maybe not. He's repairing. The chase continues. What's going on over here? Another Kamiyuk. A couple of skirmishers. Oh man, this is very bad. This is very bad for Survivalist. To be fair, he still does have 33 army count. The Kamiyuk does have 0 base armor, but Andean, not Andean Sling, fabric shields makes up for that. Trying to become the forfeiterist. I mean, come on, you can't lose to light cavalry with iron casting. That can't be a thing. Infrastructure has been cleared out. Survivalist has no more room to expand. Maybe here to the rear? Yeah, he's expanding with stables here to the rear. He's lost control of his external gold. His 5th town center is in jeopardy, although now it's his 4th town center. This one has fallen here in the front. I mean, I know it's kind of... It's challenging to go heavy cavalry against the Incas with their freaking Kamiyuks and their ridiculous bonuses. Look at that, cavalry plus 12. That's Saracen Mameluke level. But you gotta do it. You've got 5 relics. I don't know that you're necessarily gonna win. Arthur, also a great point. Survivalist is missing ballistics. Ouch. David, welcome. Guess what? You're done. You're coding. No more coding. That's my guess. Survivalist is cleaning this up. You'd think he was the Byzantines than the amount of trash he's pumping out. He's got to target the juicier units, though. Super bizarre game. Axel got promoted Navy Cadets tonight. Ooh, congratulations, Axel. That's big news. I'm so happy to hear that. Tell him a big, fat congratulations from the voice on the internet. And by the way, he did also get hill forts, which is a super fun. I mean, only upgrade in the game that allows you to extend your town center radius, and he's walling himself in, or rather has walled himself in. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I was pretty bad for the last month. Is he going after the trees? But now I am better. I got myself a inhaler, so I can actually, you know, breathe without coughing. So far, I've only coughed once tonight when I was made to laugh. But aside from that, been pretty good. How the hell is Survivalist holding? By the way, look at the kill count. The Bloodless has killed 105 villagers. Survivalist has killed a lot more army. Oh, come on, you're an Imperial Age with mangonels. Almost 5,000 relic gold for our Lithuanian, who hasn't trained a single heavy cavalry unit beyond that one latest we saw. Ooh, but he does pick off the siege ram. That's a good pickoff. Oh, this is going to be so annoying. He's going to lose a bunch of villagers not noticing these halberdiers. The battle of who can throw the game harder. Well, we've got a night of these two playing. Where the hell did Survivalist spend his gold? I think gunpowder. I think bombard cannons, upgrades. We'll see at the end of the game the most trained units. I feel like he went heavy on hand cannon. It says he's got 17 hand cannoneers, but because there's so many freaking skirmishers here, he can't really use them. You can't really do anything with them. Oh, the Kamayuks in the taxi. That's hilarious. Red can't engage into blue. Blue can't engage into red. Can somebody please kill these halberdiers? Okay. And Survivalist is safe to the back. His army count is 72. And to be fair, with 86 villagers, he can keep pumping out trash for a while. You and extreme AI versus two extreme AIs and your friend. You ooh. We'll see at the end where he spent his gold. I mean, it is a little confusing. He did get both his unique techs, but they are for the Lithuanians very cheap. You know where his gold went? Into monk upgrades. Yeah. And so a little over 1,000. Kamayuks need to be careful. Hand cannoneers do come with a +10 attack bonus against them. David, what civ were you playing when you're with your extreme AI game? Samanyu, how are you? It's been a while since I've streamed and seen you. "29 elite Kamayuks fully upgraded." But fabric shields isn't going to help against the hand cannoneer. On the left side. Ooh, slowly but surely the Bloodless is moving in. Who had it on their bingo card that this game would last an hour with the Lithuanian having all 5 relics? Spanish and Franks versus Britain, Aztec, and Mayan. Ooh. Well, the Meso civs fell to the gunpowder, it seems like. Which, to be fair, they've they've been known to do that. Siege rams to the left of them, siege rams to the right of them. God, they're so tanky with their 270 HP. Yeah, it's got to be the bombard cannons and the hand cannoneers, the monk upgrades. I mean, these are now onagers. Because look, he's still mining his gold, right? So the majority of the gold he spent was pretty much relic gold. Oh, Kamayuk's taking an onager shot to the face. A second one. What the hell? What the hell killed that onager? A Kamayuk, I think. Kamayuk's entering the back, but there's alleys. This would have been a nice spot for an onager shot. So hand cannoneers are chasing the Kamayuks, should get them. Somehow Survivalist has gotten this castle up and has kept it up. And now our Lithuanian is going swordsman. And they're going to be double fisting in a second. Ooh, Samanu, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, hopefully some fun games for you to watch afterwards. Do I think I'll be casting tournaments? So here's the game plan for me. As soon as I finish my move to the new house, I'm gonna be setting up more of a professional streaming, and then I'll hopefully be able to start streaming more live during the day, like Memb does. You know, live tournaments as they happen. Ooh, nice shot on the siege ram. And then hopefully I'll be able to stream more tournament games. If you're asking about like actual tournaments, probably no time soon. I don't think I'm big enough to stream like Red Bull Wololo. I would have loved to be a part of that, but I don't think enough people know who the hell I am. And of the people who know who the hell I am, I don't think enough people actually like the the channel for me to be able to stream in the bigger tournaments yet. But never say never. Another fantastic attack round out of Survivalist. His monk play and his onager play is always so fun to watch. But look at this. I love this out of the Bloodless. Pressing in with infrastructure as well, removing Survivalist's defender's advantage, and our blue Lithuanian is being squeezed like a Lithuanian lemon from the left, from the right. Oh, cheese. Hello. Glad to see I'm streaming. Glad to be streaming. And it's been a difficult month here at Cast of Empires. Well, I mean, that after an hour, I did not expect the Bloodless to take it in so decisive a fashion. I mean, when's the last time Survivalist... Look at the last time Survivalist was here. It was right when this castle went up. And then he pressed out a little bit, but he hasn't seen any of this. Look at how little map presence he had. And it has been just aggression since what? Minute 30? Minute 35? Wow. MySD, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ooh, David, you played Michi. Always a fun map. Not enough ape watchers. Yeah, I mean, I gotta love those apes. Let's see what the hell happened here economically, because Survivalist had 6,300 gold. What is that? That's like enough for, with all the cost of the upgrades of Paladin and Cavalier is what, about 1,000 gold? Yeah, 300 and 750 is 1,050. So let's say 5,000. He could have trained a good number of Paladins for 5,000 gold. Let's see, economically 14,000 resources ahead, a lot more wood, a little bit more food. Yeah, of course our Lithuanian got more gold, but he only mined. So if you remove the 6,000, he actually only he mined almost 6,000 less gold than our Inca, which is obvious. Our Inca had map control the entire game. Here's your castle count. How many conversions do we think Survivalist had? I'm going to say 25. Matze, good morning. I'm going to say 25 to 30. 25. Oh, look at that. Dead on. 110 raisings. My goodness, to 6. Nicholas, you were close too. I mean, we were wondering where the hell did this 6,000 gold go? Monks and monk technologies, 59 hand cannoneers are not exactly cheap. The rest is trash. I mean, he didn't even get his light cap to hussars. Ooh. All right, well, game number 1. Going to our Inca in red. And bear with me as I load up game number 2. Nicholas, thank you so much for joining. Have a fantastic night. I appreciate you joining so late. Yeah, I think he should have kept a few late shy in the back as well. I mean, 10 to 20 late shy could have changed the nature of that game. How many games am I doing? Ooh, not too sure, to be fair. I'm going to hope at least 4. I'm going to try to do an even number just so we can have a quote-unquote winner. But it depends how long these games go. I don't know if they're going to last like this last one. If they're each an hour long, ooh, I don't know if I have the stamina to last that long. But we'll see. I'm hoping at a bare minimum 4 or 5. Let's see, game number 2. Survivalist is now in red. Playing as the Celts, demolishing the rear of his base. Funny that neither player really has an expansion. Survivalist has a little bit here. The Bloodless is the Bengalis. He has no expansion anywhere. Oink oink. Does he have a forest as part of his wall off? Primary gold, not really in the forward-ish position. Gold and stone to their back. Survivalist has a little patch of gold forward. The rest is pretty much in the rear. Okay, so no real big advantage. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Can the Bengali player... I wonder if the Bloodless can actually win a game. I guess if Survivalist just disconnects or GG's. If let's say the Bengali reaches castle age like 5 minutes ahead of Survivalist, and Survivalist is like, there's nothing I can do now, and just taps out without losing a single unit, then the Bloodless will really be the Bloodless. On the other hand, I guess if Survivalist just survives. I wonder why he called himself Survivalist. Maybe he's into like nature and stuff like that. But in any event, always excited to see the Bengalis with their 2 free villagers and their elephants, fingers crossed. Their Rathas. On the other hand, the Celts on arena. What do they have, like a 95% win rate? Something ridiculous like that. Yeah, that's what I thought, Max. I thought he had like a bunker with a bunch of canned goods. He's got like a generator, a water purifier. Something he saw, something he heard about on one of those AM 640 shows at like 5 in the morning. Man, I used to be all about those shows, those radio shows. I would be coming back from the casino at like 4 in the morning and just listening on the radio to these survivalist shows. Get your generator now for the upcoming apocalypse when the lizard men will take over the world and try to poison the water supply. And I'd be like, I hope they do. I just lost $500 like an idiot, like a donkey. I hope they do put something in the water that gets me to stop doing this nonsense. Both the players pulling the oars. Who was it? What was the name of that? Oh, I'm trying to think. What was the name of that? Art Bell. There we go. That's who I'm thinking about. I'm probably like, no one knows who the hell I'm talking about. This is like somebody who was live streaming a radio show at like 4 in the morning from a bunker or a boat in international waters talking about lizard men. Yeah, welcome to an Age of Empires live stream, by the way, where we talk about all this kind of crap. The Bloodless gets first kill, draws first blood, but his scout doesn't really survive very long. A meager 3 HP. How many relics did our Celts see? Oh my goodness, he just saw one. I'm still in a bit of shock that he lost the game so badly with all 5 relics as the Lithuanians. No, it wasn't Alex Jones. Alex Jones is like a different can of fish. Yeah, it was Joe. Thank you so much. It was Coast to Coast AM. Man, my drives from the casino. David Hill, thank you so. By the way, I just saw your super chat. Thank you so much. Demolishing readers is what we do. I do apologize. I think my YouTube chat froze. So I'm going to catch up while we watch Survivalist build his mining camp. Bear with me again. Thank you so much for the super chat. It is the weekend tomorrow. Although, you know what, Cheese? I'm starting to get real scared of the weekend because on weekend there is no daycare. And when there is no daycare, there's a lot of baby. Yeah, Lemmy, I think we're going to be pretty much seeing Arena tonight. I think there might be one Haboob map, but I think the rest are pretty much Arena. Joe, thank you so much. I hope I have a voice when I'm 100 years old. So I read a tweet the other day that says if you're under the age of 50, you're going to live until 150. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about 150. If I can live to be 150 in my current body or in my body I had when I was in my 20s, maybe. But I don't know about that. Joe, you are you're hitting the nail on the head here. When I'm coming up with some trying to come up with some funny t-shirt ideas and stuff like that, and one of them will be a Flat Earth Age of Empires shirt. What happens when I achieve sub goals? Rambo, what do you mean? On Twitch, you mean? I was gonna say the only flat Earth that I believe in, and then I like a photo of this. This is the only flat Earth I believe in, and then just have a map of Age of Empires. By the way, both players hitting feudal. It seems like at the exact same time, or am I mistaken? Maybe a few seconds. JPEG 41. It is all Bloodless all night here on Coast to Coast YouTube radio. Rambo, I'm not too sure. I think just like a little image pops up. Although I have to set up Twitch a lot better. I'm gonna get one of those auto bots that like people can do, I don't know what, exclamation Discord, and then it'll pop up the Discord address. I haven't had time to set up Twitch, even though I've been on Twitch for a while. I just been yeah. Hugo, yeah, there was somebody who said he was saying it, but he couldn't quite get the age part. He could get the welcome part, but not the age part. That growly age part. Ma, thank you so much for joining. Have a good night. I appreciate you coming on so late. Oh yeah, like a Age of Empires where you can go from here and cut across and end up here. That would be pretty bonkers. Are there any RTS games that have that feature? that have a round sphere world as opposed to just a flat. I'm not familiar with any RTS that has that. By the way, I did miss where the two villagers went when our Bengali hit castle. I promise I will not miss it now. I'm just going to keep the camera right on it. Where do we think? Speaking of gambling, are they going to go to gold? Are they going to go to food? Are they going to go to wood? We're about to find out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are lumberjacks. Okay. So our Bengali wants to be a Dravidian with the extra wood. Immediate monastery. Immediate defensive castle. And by the way, pretty far back castle. So Survivalist does not want the Bloodless to know what the hell he's doing. And he is keeping it very much to himself. So last game it was the Bloodless who did not leave his base. Now it's Survivalist who was, I guess, so traumatized by the loss of his scout that he has not left his base in a long time. Ooh, I love this location. I love these pine trees. Birch trees. Whenever we went camping as a family, I would always collect the birch trees. Because their bark, that white bark, you could peel it off like candy. And then it would make a lot of smoke. It would burn up real quick. And it wouldn't really make a lot of fire, but it would make a lot of smoke. Which I liked as a kid. Jimenez, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Very, very forward, undefended, solitary siege workshop here. Your barber who emigrated from Jamaica freaked out when you told him you play Age of Empires. Look, this game is oh my god, it's Woad Raiders. What the hell? Okay. This game has a long history. It needs some fresh blood, which it's getting from, I think, a lot of Latin American countries. A lot of young Brazilian, Argentinian, Mexican players. Decides to kill the Woad instead of giving him to our Bengali, whose monks do have extra armor. So perhaps can withstand a Woad Raider's attack a little bit. But you're dealing with the second fastest infantry unit in the game. You're going to have to convert them a little bit better than that. And now there are 7 of them, although with 3 monks, 7 can become 4 very quickly. I'm not sure Command and Conquer really came back. I think I've seen YouTube videos of Command and Conquer, but they don't get many views. And there we go, 7 became 4, and just like that, the Bloodless steals almost half the army of our Celt, and our Celt has to get the hell out of here. Okay, he's leading him south. Why? Okay, he does have some woads to the north. Is he going to discover this infrastructure? No, he dies before. No, he will. He will do it. He will discover it. Villager having to wall herself in. So the Bloodless has the wood to build some kind of buildings here. Choosing not to. Choosing instead to go houses. I love that he's keeping an eye. This is what Survivalists should have done last game. Kept an eye on the gates. But what's the name of the game here? You have a siege workshop. Correct me if I'm wrong. He hasn't pumped out a single unit out of this structure so far. Oh, it crashes? Ugh. Nothing worse than a game that crashes. I'll take teleporting units, moonwalking monks, pathing issues. I'll take all of that as opposed to a game that just crashes all the time. Our Bengali has double the army count. He's ahead 12, 11 villagers. Market. Something being built here. What's being built behind here? A house. A lot of light cav. A lot of monks. Survivalist. For all that he built his castle inside here, tricky, so that the Bloodless wouldn't see it. Kind of revealed his hand when he started pumping out Woad Raiders, but why is he only training single digits? First 7, now 6. Now he's training a ram. So he's going economic now with 4 town centers, more houses being added. Something got destroyed, a lumber camp. Okay, are they gonna go out to the siege workshop? And look at how many houses the Bloodless is just building here. What's the point of all this? Mr. Diableg, how's your day going? What happened till now in the game? So far, a few converted woads. My day has been going quite well, thank you. Survivalist has built a secret castle. Pumped out a few woads. A bunch of them got converted. Now he's leaving without destroying this. Looks like he wants to convert back, and he does convert back a Woad Raider, I think. Uh-oh, gate is open. But the converted Woad Raider that got reconverted gets reconverted and is now a member of the Bengali military. Our Bengali, FYI, heading up to Imperial. The hell's he getting fletching for? Do you see a single archer unit on the map? Does he have a single archery range? No, is it for the castle? That's probably a coming. Look at this guy. This guy's just hanging out. Alright, now he's joining in. I am a little bit surprised that Survivalist didn't get this, although... Bloodlines? What the hell is our Bengali up to? Is he going Rathas? Oh yeah, he certainly does seem like it. Husbandry, bloodlines, fletching. Ooh, I like the double gates here to keep him the hell out of the gold pile. Yeah, probably Rathas. Yeah, the light cab was like a hype man. You guys got this. Ooh, more conversions here. But the light cab are inside. They finally see the castle. Hey, this is where the woads are coming from. And now they're drawing the woads into castle fire. But both players missing ballistics means that there's not much going to be happening. There's Botkin for the castle as well. Siege workshop. So we're building up. We're building up to something. Yeah, it is Rathas. 2 of them are being trained. With bloodlines, this unit has a decent amount of HP. Slow AF, but decent amount of HP. I also like that they added trample damage in melee mode. I mean, this unit, it makes sense to have trample damage. It's got 2 horses, it's a chariot. You know it doesn't show it, but there's like spikes attached to the wheels, like in Gladiator, to like slice people's heads off. Another castle going up here in the forward position. Ooh, let me catch up on YouTube. The Treb is out. Survivalist stuck in castle. Unless he's already queued up Imperial, he does not have the resources for it. Nope, he is just going balls to the wall villagers. And army count. Here we go. The Survivalist special. A bunch of rams, walls deleted. But the Rathas are going to intercept. And 28 Woad Raiders pop out. Let's see who takes this. Shitty Ratha. And 2 castles versus a whole bunch of Woads. There's still 23 Woad Raiders. They're going after the Trebs, but they are just basic. Oh my goodness. That Treb survives barely. But the castle should fall. That's going to be a nice get here for Survivalist. All right. A little bit of forward pressure removed. He does have a second castle here to the left where he can continue pumping out Woad Raiders. Zuil, good morning. Yeah, the Survivalist special ram attack. Boy, oh boy, does he love his rams. Look at this. Huddled around as the second one makes its way forward. Elephants are on their way. Siege elephant upgrade for those armored elephants. Okay, 4 rams now. Gonna go for the stone. Okay, yeah, he needs it if he wants to keep repairing. Again, I'm not too sure 7 villagers is enough to take on 2 trebs. I might be wrong, but I feel like that's not enough. Oh, not only was the castle rebuilt, now there's an intercepting castle that gets canceled. 30 woads. He's getting stronghold as well, so he can at least... Oh no, I was gonna say he can at least run away to his castles and try to heal up his infantry units, but he can't even do that anymore because that forward castle has fallen. Yeah, things are looking real bad here for Survivalists, who makes it very hard for us to enjoy this game behind the castle. What the hell is this? Fully upgraded attack-wise. Elephants are out. Oh, now UG... Look at that. His third most trained unit was the Woad Raider that he stole. Oh my goodness, what? I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that ass. Now you pump them out? You couldn't do that half an hour ago? Well, the Bloodless takes yet another game. Ugh, things are not looking good in this play all 5 for Survivalist. But yeah, I mean, he played again real passive. He played real passive. Why? That secret castle that he built. What was the point of that? He revealed his Woad Raiders so early on when those 3 got converted here. I mean, obviously your opponent knows that you've got a castle if you're showing a Woad Raiders, right? Max, thank you so much. He was expecting monks? So why go Woad Raiders? Why not light cav? I mean, obviously Celtic cavalry not exactly ideal, but they still come with that attack bonus. The built-in conversion resistance. Anyway, another kind of like a weird game out of Survivalist, who has a look at the army sizes, 70 to 15, but to engage into 2 castles, ugh, with a Woad Raider. That, what were the upgrades? Only +2. Woads are great against monks? Are they? Why do you say they're great against monks? They're slower than light cav. They don't get any attack bonus against monks, unless I'm mistaken. Weird game out of Survivalist. Economy's almost identical. Our Bengali did get... I'm surprised he even managed to get 1 relic. A bit more gold, a bit more stone down in the trash resources. 10 conversions to 3. Not a lot of kills, 72. Okay, well, this is the opposite. Oh, they don't get pounded by pikes. That's not a bad point. Well, a little bit shorter than the last game, pretty much half the length. But okay. Let's see if Survivalists can actually take a game here off of the Bloodless. And game number 3 is underway. Survivalist as the Spanish. The Bloodless playing as the Franks. Ooh. I mean, I wanted to see heavy cavalry as the Lithuanians. I want to see heavy cavalry now. You're rooting for Survivalist? I think as the underdog we're all kind of rooting for Survivalist now. Let's take a look at his base. Primary gold to the front, stone. Well, this and gold kind of not really exposed. Not bad locations. Ooh, this is not great. Stone and gold to the front, but primary gold to the back. Expansions, nice and big to the back here for Bloodless. Survivalist has 2 little pockets. I mean, this is adorable. Not much you can do. It is like a New York apartment. Not really much you can do here. Here's the bathroom. Here's the kitchen. Here's the bed. And that's basically it. This is a bit more normal. And forests forming part of the wall. Wow, okay. So good wall offs. Oh, you guys want to see supremacy villagers? I'm like 99% sure we're going to get to see supremacy villagers. I feel like Survivalist is one of these players where if things go pear-shaped for him, he will get supremacy at the end of the day. And another ridiculously underpriced upgrade. And just bum rush his opponent. Well, we're neither here nor there just yet. Relics, 2 of them near Survivalist. 1 of them, 2 kind of near the Bloodless, and then 1 neutral one here far off. What are we working with? Snow leopards. Their big bushy tails. Pigs and, ooh, look at that. Pigs and geese. Is that normal that it's 2 different types of animals? Curious. So what do we think? Are we going to see conks and donks? Are we going to see some kind of heavy cavalry play out of our Spaniard? We have a are the Spanish the civ with the most pristine military branches? Hey, Super Gen. Glad to catch you. I feel like the Spanish, their infantry line is perfect, their cavalry line is perfect, their monk line is perfect. I think they have all the structural upgrades, the architecture, the masonry, the hoardings, all that stuff. Is there any other civ that has more perfect branches of the, I don't know how else to say it, but branches of the military? I feel like the Spanish should have the best. Plus that 20 gold rebate is such a great little feature. The Byzantines? Ooh, I don't think the Byzantines, because they're missing blast furnace. I don't think they have a perfect infantry or cavalry line. I think they're missing Parthian tactics. I don't think their monk line is perfect either. I forget which upgrades they're missing, but I'm thinking maybe the Saracens have a perfect monk line. I'm trying to think which civ has a better tech tree than the Spanish in terms of having the full, all blacksmith upgrades, all university upgrades, all blacksmith upgrades, every infantry unit available, every infantry upgrade available. You'd think as a caster I would know this, but there's just so much information to know. This game is just like... This game's, you know, it's like studying for an exam in university. 45 civilizations. How many techs are there in this freaking game? Techs and units. Probably what, like 200? Then you add unique techs. That's another 90. But I do think the Spanish, if not the cleanest tech trees, one of them. Yeah, I don't think there's a civilization that has like all of them. The perfect archers, the perfect infantry, the perfect cavalry, siege, monk, structural. I mean, the Persians have the best eco techs with basically access to every single eco tech in the game. I think they might be the only civ. Ooh, the Magyars. That's a... Let me think about the... Let me have a think about the Magyars. Their infantry, I know, is not great because they're missing that last armor upgrade. Their cavalry is actually perfect. But I feel like their archer line is... Do Magyars get hand cannoneers? I'm not sure they get hand cannoneers. I like the little bit of a wall off here from Survivalist. Is he planning another internal castle? Yeah, they're infantry in perfect siege defensive. That's what I'm saying. I think the Spanish might be, not that it's like the quote unquote the best tech tree, but it might be the cleanest in terms of all the upgrades that are available. Llama Drama, Magyars have the best Cav Archer. Ooh, them be fighting words. I don't know. Turks have some pretty good Cav Archers too. It is Spanish, right? It's got to be the Spanish. I mean, having 4 perfect tech trees. Llama Drama, I remember somebody once was, when I was starting the channel, and I mentioned how the Turkish Cav Archer, at that time I didn't really respect the 20 extra Sipahi HP. And somebody went like real bonkers in the comment section of the video. I eventually had to block this person just because they were being like super rude. I'm all in favor of you know, criticize me, correct me when I'm wrong, improve my knowledge of the game. I don't mind that at all. I'm 42. I'm married. I've been through 10 different jobs in my life. Being told I'm wrong about something doesn't turn me off anymore. But when you're a dick about it, when you're mean and rude about it, that's where I draw the line. But this person was like really rude. But they really dragged me over the coals when I said that I didn't respect the Turkish Cav Archer. And though to be fair, now I do respect the Turkish Cav Archer. 20 extra HP is not a small amount of HP for a unit that crazy. All the pros say +1 range is what does it. Oh, okay. Range is key. So I guess that would make the Aztec Skirmisher the best in the game as well, right? Yeah, AC Dragon Rider, I think you're behind a few minutes, but yeah, that Chariot and Gladiator. Did you ever see the outtakes from Gladiator where you can see the gas canister underneath of the Chariot when it explodes upwards? Slavs are missing Bracer. Their siege line is missing bombard cannons. Their infantry line is pristine, the Slavs. But they're also missing archer upgrades. They don't have paladins. Their monks aren't perfect. Even though you could say missing fervor doesn't matter because their monks move automatically 20% faster, so I'll give them that. But I think they're also missing another upgrade for their monks. I'm not sure which off the top of my head. Yeah, sorry, not an outtake. It's like one of those, you know, like when you can see Maximus and his Rolex watch and you can see like an airplane flying in the sky in the background. How much HP would I have if I was a Cav Archer? Ooh, I'd be a real chunky Cav Archer. I'd be a Cav Archer that was like eating pizza. By the way, this is funny, a W-shaped dual resource patch. Never seen that before on Arena. I'd be that cavalry archer I would be that light cavalry guy from last game who's standing under the gate and not really doing anything to help attack the gate. Bloodless does discover yet another internal survivalist castle. So, are we going to see conks? And if so, will we see the donks? Yeah, conks are coming out. Aztec Skirmisher is one of the best, but Imperial Skirmishers could definitely... Yeah, Imperial Skirmisher is very hard to contend with. David, thank you again so much for the super chat. And again, congrats to Axel and the cadets. That's awesome news. And it sucks that you still have homework, but it won't last forever. Scout is moving out, trying to get some kind of vision here. Both players in castle. Villager count nigh identical. TC idle time identical. Okay, and we're playing a bit more of a standard game finally, where the players are going to fight over relics. I love that the conks are on follow command to this monk. Not that our Frank is training any light cavalry. By the way, we still don't have a kill in this game 17 minutes in. Jimenez, thank you so much. You left a comment on one of Nilly video. Damn. Nilly knows who I am? That's a big praise. Ooh, well, there we go. I said no kills, and then literally 20 seconds later, Survivalist literally blows a hole through the head of this scout and draws first blood. I would love to cast one of those tournaments. Or host a tournament. Or get involved in any way. I mean, this community is just so awesome. I'm just so happy people like the streams. I mean, I'm not a fan of my own voice. I don't think anybody's a fan of their own voice. So I never knew if people would like it, but I'm glad people enjoy. I'd be a Mongol light cav. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'd have the extra HP, and it would all be in the stomach. It wouldn't be like extra HP in my biceps and my, my chest. It wouldn't be leg day where I trained. Matt, no, I don't. Was it you that told me about Backmaz's chess profile? No, I haven't found it. Do you know what his name is on the ranked ladder? Let me know if you do, and I'll try to find his games. But I couldn't find it. I did look for it earlier. Do vegetarians eat animal crackers? That's funny. Jimenez, thank you so much. I think that would be fun. I think casting a tournament would be real fun. Conks just outside the range. All you need is fletching, and they will get the hell out of here. Not that they can do much. They don't see the castle, by the way, with their shitty line of sight. So, will they bust in? Will they run in? Is more importantly. So what? The kiddo is doing great. Oh, he's gonna discover a castle now. Oh, second kill of the game. Goes to our Frank. And now the Kongs get the hell away. I mean, you can keep trying to punch your way in here. Oh, no, now he's gonna pivot to the north. Super Jen, I appreciate that. I think I would love to do that. Now, unfortunately, because he's in Castle Age, this wall has 1800 HP, but softened up by the battering ram, it does fall a little bit easier with the petard. The voice in the vernacular is the best. I appreciate that. The rumbling welcome. I think I've said this before. One of my favorite movies growing up as a kid, which is a little weird for a kid to have this as a favorite movie, was Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams. And I've tried to model my intro off of that. When he just yells, "Good morning, Vietnam!" I love that movie. All right, well, first layer of defense breached. Second layer of defense breached. Third layer of defense is about to fall, and Survivalist, for the first time tonight, is putting on the aggression. Our Frank, though, is heading up to Imperial. He does have 5 more villagers, so he can afford to lose a few villagers here and there. They're both up to 3 town centers. What is Survivalist doing here? Okay. So he does not want to get Herod with a reverse Uno card attack. Oh, what a shitty location for a second castle. What a terrible location. And he knows that he cancels it. That is real bad, especially when your opponent is going ranged. Ugh. I'm glad he canceled that location. Okay, destroying houses in the meantime. This is what happens sometimes. Players bust in, and instead of continuing to go forward, what is he doing? He's just destroying houses. I mean, a conquistador can take some town center fire. It's okay. Get another armor upgrade on him. They'll be fine. Destroy the town center, you must. Or shove the conquistadors back here and start running around the rear of the base. But instead, Survivalist pressing the brake pedal a little bit And in 40 seconds, we'll see whether or not it works out, because the Frank's going to be an Imperial. I'm surprised he's not waiting 30 seconds for the extra 10% stone discount here. And bye-bye Scout. Bye-bye Scout. No ballistics means no bye-bye Scout. Scout no go bye-bye. But our Spaniard is incredibly lucky that the Franks don't get Bracer, because otherwise this Siege Workshop would be in trouble. And what are we working with? Throwing Axemen. What? Throwing Axemen with their shitty range against a 6-range Conquistador. That is a very interesting defense. Skirmishers against Conquistadors a little bit better. But Survivalist retreats. Why is he moving back? What is he so scared of our Frank and Imperial? You haven't seen a single knight, which means no cavaliers, no paladins. And then what the hell do the Franks have that can contest this number of 15 Conquistadors? Why does Survivalist retreat? He just rebuilt the wall. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, there you go. The remnant of the Spanish era here. Oh, he's walling himself out of his own gate with a barracks. Oh, he doesn't even have any military structures. I didn't even realize he didn't have a stable to get bloodlines and husbandry. Oh, Survivalist cutting corners just to get the quantity. And here's the Treb. Yeah, Shane, that is a question. And he is badly housed as well. That's probably why he dumped these 8 houses here on the corner. Well, I thought it was throwing axemen, but he's only going 2 throwing axemen instead. Hand cannoneers. You're gonna compete with the Spanish. Their gunpowder units fire 18% faster than yours. I don't know that you can necessarily compete. Now, they do have more range than a Conquistador, which is nice. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? 7 to 6, yeah. I like that Survivalists place these outposts here on the right, but might want to get a few here on the left as well. There are resource patches here that our Spaniard might be interested, or our Frank rather, might be interested in taking. And here comes our Frank. 488 stone for a castle. He's got plenty. And he is plopping it right down here. He says, I don't care about your outposts. I don't care if you see this. I see your eyeballs and I'm gonna pluck them out. The cool factor, they are pretty cool. I mean, how strong must they be to carry unlimited numbers of axes? Treb turns around and will take all the glory for destroying that outpost. Now it's our Frank's turn. To do what? Bombard cannons? Does he have chemistry? Yeah, he's got chemistry. So he's got bombard cannons. Double. Survivalist, again, going monk play. He does have, by the way, all 5 relics. All 5, I believe, should have been ferried to the rear of the base. Nice and secure. And now he's going elite conquistadors. Oh, did he also do big compensate for getting housed? Yeah, there's more houses here on the way. You gotta love these players. Like I said, there's always so much similarity between them. Oh, I don't know that skirmishers are necessarily gonna be able to get the job done here, especially not Frankish skirmishers. They do have ballistics. But the Conquistador just packs such a freaking punch. And now... Wait a second. Still no bloodlines. Still no husbandry. Okay, Survivalist does manage to clean up the forward position. Bombard cannon is out. Tell me he's got a stable. Yeah, he's got a stable. He's got the food and the gold for the upgrades. Come on. What are you waiting for, Survivalist? If you're gonna go Conquistadors, why not upgrade them fully? Yeah, there's bloodlines, finally. And man, oh man, did he, by the way, destroy the skirmisher there. The skirmishers, pardon me. With those conquistadors which now will have 90 HP. Oh, monks get balled. And down they go. Ooh, this for the second time, the Bloodless with a questionable castle location. Survivalist is getting a Treb out, but it's being trained behind 3 conks. The flaming javelins. Conquistadors have to retreat. There's still 14 of them, but a bunch of them are weak. Yeah, Super Gen, I really don't like when the players do that. First of all, I don't know why Survivalist retreated. Number 2, I don't like it, like you're saying, he's getting bottlenecked up in his own base, which is full of way too much stuff. Oh, he's gonna get the bombard cannons though. He's gonna sniper force. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a bombard cannon war. Ooh, uh-oh. Does lose 2 conquistadors. And look at the arrow fire. All those skirmishers, mostly hand cannoneers. Who's kidding who? Adding all the extra arrows. Welcome back, cheese. Okay, so this number is 6 villagers against 1 bombard cannon. Should repair the castle. Nope, never mind. Mea culpa, the castle falls. But the Frankish castle should fall as well. You know, Survivalist is on the back foot, but I don't know. He didn't really need to be. He really didn't need to be. I don't think. In the meantime, 37 skirmishers. This would be an absolute epic time for our Spaniard to go fully upgraded Hussar. FYI, our Spaniard doesn't have a single freaking upgrade except armor upgrades for his conks. That's it. That's all he's got. Now he's going melee armor upgrades. Okay. Oh, geez, look at this. Trebs. You're not Hunnic. You're not Britain. But you should still be able to get some damage done. Oh, 2 of them die. In the meantime, our blue Frank is gobbling up the map, taking the resources over here where Survivalist very optimistically thinks he can plop down a mining camp. He's also taking the W-shaped dual gold patch here. Gold stone. Well, let's see. Gate has fallen. And our Frank is going Cavalier, while our Spaniard is going Hussar. He converts a single skirmisher. I love it. Any unit you can get right now. Any little bit of damage. Yeah, come on. You guys don't need to be attacking a house. Come join your friends here in the front. The Conquistador count is still pretty scary. Survivalist investing a lot in upgrades. Needs to get his numbers up. He's housed at 180 again. What is being built over here? Ooh, Paladinos in a minute 47. Tell me he at least got chivalry. No. Hot tip. If you're the Franks and you want to go Paladins and you want to get them out ASAP, always research chivalry if you've got the gold for it. I mean, it's an expensive upgrade for what it is. Research chivalry first. It cuts down the paladin upgrade time by about a minute. And here they come. +2/+2. Gonna have +2/+3/4 in a second. Oh, double whammy. Hussars trying to distract the army. Again, it is mostly skirmishers. Now we've got siege rams. They're going to be a tough nut to chew, but paladins are en route. Has our Spaniard sussed it out? He has sussed it out, so he knows what's coming. Luke, glad to catch you live. Thanks so much for all the nice comments on the videos. Yeah, this is very much like a pendulum swinging game, and there it is. There's supremacy like we wanted to see in the beginning. Frankish paladins far from being fully upgraded. They do have 192 HP, but iron casting still 30 seconds away. And now they're moving ever so slowly, tethered to the hand cannoneers. Why do players do this? Infantry is the response. Inquisition for the monks. He's got 3 whole monks. And the players disengage. Armies are being rebuilt. I like where this is going. Elite Conquistador. Fully upgraded Hussar Halberdiers. But the beast that everybody loves, the Frankish Paladin, 192 HP. A minute away from Blast Furnace. He's also going infantry. Funny enough, the Frankish Civ, which is a cavalry Civ, does have a pretty amazing infantry line. And here we go. I don't think either player should be taking a battle this early, but I just want to see bigger armies, so I'm a little biased here. The monks, so far no conversions. Might get a paladin or two. Does get a paladin. But 192 HP is so freaking hard to deal with. It's not an elephant, but it might as well be. Another castle falls to the north. The siege rams, do they see the castle to the left? Of course they do. The Trebs are all down, and just like that, our Frank has overwhelmed the Spaniard. And Survivalist gets pressed back. But he's starting to add halberdiers, going up to a dozen. Another defensive castle. None of these resources have been mined very much. A little bit of gold has been taken off. No stone. Yeah, he's still mining up here, Survivalist. Survivalist is floating a lot of resources. 2,000 wood, 1,500 food, 1,500 gold. He's getting guilds. So his market's a little bit more efficient now. Flying stakes, hello, hello. Oh, my goodness. Raiding by eagles, raiding by hussars is painful, but raiding by Frankish paladin, oh my goodness, there's so many Frankish paladins. 37. Why did you stop? You have 1,500 gold. No, don't attack with a few of them. Supergen, you and me both. He had the momentum in the early game with his conquistadors and then just pulled back when the Bloodless hit Imperial. Not too sure why he pulled back. Yeah, at least his vills have supremacy. They can defend themselves a little bit better, or at least last a little bit longer against those paladins. But man, just having 12 more HP compared to the usual paladin with bloodlines is just such a... It ends up being such a powerful feature. Just 12 HP. 192 to 180. So far, no one's mining this patch here in the center. Conquistadors must have like 100 kills by now. Yeah, 52 kills, and oh, will he save the castle? Will he? Will he? Certainly seems like it. And what a fantastic cleanup here by the Bloodless, who for the second time is going to push this Spanish army back. I'm not too familiar with Spanish, French, Spanish, Franco-Spanish military engagements. But for this game, it seems like our Frank so far. Although, to be fair, Survivalist has a massive army, 70 army count. On paper, it should counter this Frankish army, right? You've got your meat shield of halberdiers. You got your conquistadors that can pretty much one-shot paladins, right? 18 attacks, 7, 11 damage, 24. Yeah, they can easily one-shot a paladin. So Survivalist just needs to take a good engagement here. That being said, look at the gold count for our Frank. 3,400 gold. And he's training halberdiers and skirmishers. What the hell? What the actual hell is happening here? Why does he have so much gold and so few paladins? Okay, now he's training 10 paladins. The Spanish, I agree, the Spanish army does seem better. Okay, And here we go. Meat shield, sacrificial ram, while the bombard cannon and the trebs destroy that castle. Okay, so he gets the castle, which means the miners are not safe. The problem for Survivalists is the miners already mined everything out. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do picture-in-picture for live streams. Not that advanced like they did in that tournament. Okay, he is kiting back. One paladin at a time. That is 75 gold down the toilet every time the conquistadors fire. And there are still enough of them to one-shot the paladins. Oh, but there's even more streaming forward. 25 paladins still remain. And all of a sudden the Bloodless is out of gold. What the hell happened to his 3,000 gold? More barracks for Survivalist. I love this. How many barracks is he going up to? 13. Lucky Templar 13. I mean, your villagers have more HP than your halberdiers. And they have a similar attack. Just no bonus. 9 to 10. Can Survivalists stop a top-tier Frankish paladin army with trash? Certainly seems like it. No more paladins for our Frank. No more gold for our Frank. His castle's gonna go up and then he's gonna get trebbed down immediately. Converted paladin dies to his former halberdier friends. "51 minutes in. I'll take a look at the end. Yeah, 40 paladins. Yikes. Well, that explains the 3,000 gold down the toilet. And now it's just pure trash for the Bloodless. And I'm not too sure, besides the halberdiers, that this army is that great of a trash army. Especially not with 27 conquistadors coming, and we're going infantry? Oh, well, there you go. The trash killers themselves. Halberdier. Why are the villagers just taking this again? They're stronger than the halberdier. They have more HP. I think one-on-one probably win, no? You do have 3 melee armor to the same of the halberdier, yeah. I would take 20 more HP versus 1 extra attack. The ghoul, I don't think he ever got chivalry. No, he did get chivalry, pardon me. Pardon me, that might explain where his gold went too. A lot of tinkle tinkle halb on halb violence here. The problem for the Bloodless is that Survivalist still has all these conquistadors. He still has his trebs. He's got supremacy villagers. And the best that our Frank can do is raiding with halberdiers, just because Survivalist doesn't realize that he's being raided. And there we go. Survivalist gets his first W of the game, of the night, actually. Wow. Our Frank threw away so many paladins. I mean, how many paladins did he train? 78. I was going to say 137. 78 makes more sense. My goodness. To be fair, he did get the gold over here. He did mine out his own gold. And all that's really left is these 3 patches, right? 1862. Yeah, that's all that's left. These are the only scarce resources out on the map. And they're very, very contested. But 78 paladins. I thought initially he cleaned up Survivalist twice. Maybe he should have pulled back. Maybe he should have healed. Maybe he should have gotten herbal medicine and shoved them into one of the 50 castles that he built for a few minutes or a few seconds. My goodness. But I'm glad Survivalist managed to get a W here tonight. Let's take a look at the economies. Yeah, not too bad. About 6-7% difference. I mean, if you remove the relic gold, they're identical. Almost. Survivalist. 3,000 more gold. Falls behind on stone. A little bit more food. A little bit more wood. So not that huge of a difference. 16 conversions. Oh, Survivalist and his monks. 19 raisings to 4. Not the end of the world. Vil counts also not high. Total kill counts fantastic. at above 800. Oh yeah, geez, we're going. We're continuing to go. So Supergen, you said it around the 51-minute mark. There was a villager who shooed away a paladin. Do you remember where on the map that was? General Wacka, no, we're watching games that are pre-recorded. Right here? Okay. Let me know if I missed it again. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Was it when the paladins were raiding down here? Or did I already miss it? I feel like I missed it. There were villas, but I feel like it was when he was raiding here, right? Let's go back to the 49-minute mark and see if we can catch it. Yeah, so here come a couple of paladins. Oh, now they're attacking. So this guy's gonna die for sure, slowly but surely. All right, he does not want to die. And there we go. And look at the mob just returning home. Oh, the paladin wanted to go back, then had second thoughts. All right, that was fun to watch. But man, oh man, did our Spaniard make a nice counter army. And I'm glad Survivalist manages to get a notch on his belt. Oh, totally worth it. And let's keep going. Bear with me. Eddie, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have our first non-arena map. And I thought it was Haboob. It is, in fact, African Clearing. So let's zoom out. If you're not familiar with this map, everybody starts with 3 villagers. Like, basically nomad. Land nomad. And they build their TCs. The Bloodless playing as the Ethiopians. Not a bad civ to get those free 100 food and gold every time you go up in age on a map like this. And then we have the Huns. So no need to build houses whatsoever, and no ability to build houses whatsoever. Does that mean that our Hun is going to get a free horse scout once he builds this unit? Is that on this map? You're watching it work. Ooh, I hope you're not operating any kind of motor vehicle at work. Oh, geez, thank you so much. Is this one of those maps where the Huns get a free horse, or is that just nomad maps? I think that might be nomad. Once he constructs, we'll know for sure. So many updates, so many changes. I'm not sure that's even the Huns. I think it's the Huns that got that change. Oh, we're gonna find out in a few seconds. Yep, they do get a nice little horsey scout. A Hunnic horsey scout. Very cute. That's a little bit unfair, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's remove the fog of war. Any nomad starts? Well, there you go. So this is African Clearing, basically nomad, except you are surrounded by a bunch of trees, lots and lots of little lakes. Name of the game, usually build your first town center next to the shorefish so that you can easily gather. It is the fastest food gathering rate in the game, I believe. And then pull in your elephants, hunt your zebras, your sheep, your turkeys, whatever the hell animal there is. Try to wall off as best you can. And that's basically it. Ooh, Survival is just very close to the edge of vision here. So does not discover where his opponent is. Yeah, our Ethiopian feels like he had more villagers. Kind of unfair. They get it because they can't build the instant dock, but not all nomad starts need a dock like this one. Oh, you're talking about that's why they got the horsey scout. Trying to block the elephant with that one villager, giving them the other vills enough time to harvest the rest of the elephant here. Okay. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Survivalist loses a vill underneath the baobab tree. Your win rate on this map is abysmal. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, now he's finally bringing his scout to intercept. And okay, does a good job. Pokes in, pokes out. So not the cleanest pull from Survivalist, the elephant not underneath the TC. But I feel like he was so traumatized by the loss of a villager here that, yeah, any pull is a good pull, I guess. Now, what sucks for the Huns on a map like this, you can't wall off with houses because you can't build houses. So they're kind of stuck on palisades for the initial. Although if you play the Huns like you play the Huns, probably walling off is not part of your meta. Not on this map. Another elephant getting pulled. I thought we got rid of this feature where building a house underneath a pullable animal dazed and confused them. I thought this was changed like 3 patches ago. I'm gonna go back and reread it, like, because for some reason it's back, and I really don't like it. I don't like that you can build houses underneath them to confuse them. If it's part of the game, it's part of the game. I don't really care that the players are doing it. I just don't like it as a mechanic. Makes no sense to me. Why would an elephant be confused at some building materials? In any event, Survivalist is already heading out to the edges. He's bringing more sheep. Both players are on the edges with their build orders. 3 vills on wood. Survivalist is behind 1 villager. No surprise there, having lost that 1 vill. Oh, look at that, a villager firing her arrow into the elephant. Did he abandon this one? Okay, it only got 8 food. Okay, so again, not a perfectly clean pull. It never left? Why did I feel like it was changed a few patches ago? Maybe it attracts mice. It scares the elephant. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would I be confused if someone starts building a house around me? Oh, God. Fair point. Fair point. Ooh, a lot of villagers on wood for our Ethiopian. Both players heading up to the next age, the Bloodless. Down 1 vill, but will hit it a minute and 20 seconds ahead of his opponent, or maybe a minute and 10 seconds ahead of his opponent. So should be able to catch up in vill count pretty easily. The thickest, juiciest tree in the game, the baobab. It's on my bucket list to see one of these in real life. Google it if you're not familiar with the baobab tree. They're so funny. They're so adorable. Oh, that extra gold is so good on a map like this. Oh, it's so good on a map like this. Barracks for our Hun. Barracks for our Ethiopian with a stable coming up. Magyarville versus Wild Animal. Poor Wild Animal facing off against that Magyar villager. Ooh, the horse finally does discover where the opponent is. The Bloodless. Ooh, also very close to the TC in exploration, but didn't quite go a few tiles. And now it's the Bloodless who's ahead villagers with that faster uptime. And will he discover it now with his scout? Okay, let's see a villager attacks it. At least wants to attack it. Survivalist is not garrisoning his villagers very quickly here. Okay. So a bit of damage. Villager without loom. Needs to be careful getting the fish on this side of the lake. More scouts for our Ethiopian. See what kind of damage they can do. Unfortunately for the Bloodless, there's a good quantity of villagers here. So even without loom, 8 vills against 2 scouts is not a fight that the scout wants to take. 3 and 25. Oh, Eddie, I think didn't you comment that on one of my videos recently? I was trying to find that game. That's hilarious. I mean, you have to really not give a shit for your elo to be that low. By the way, the Bloodless has killed 1 unit. Survivalist has lost 2 villagers to Mother Nature. So that 1 villager that he lost to the elephant, that's not the only vill that he's lost to elephants this game. That is kind of sour for our Hun, who's now down 3 villagers. Jonas, they do not change. No, they just change their gang colors from Bloods to Crips. I forget which one's which. The Bloods are red, obviously, I think. Obviously, Blood, red. Crips, blue. Or is that too logical? I don't know. Oh, and our Ethiopian did spend the 50 gold to get loom, which is kind of sour. It's nice for the Ethiopians to get that 100 extra gold. If they can stick around without loom, means they don't have to mine anything to go up to Castle Age. But he spent it because our Hun is getting real aggressive. 7 scouts, 5 spearmen. Let's see what he can accomplish here. He's up double the army count. Royal blue blood. Yeah, the Bloods and the Crips in terms of like European nobility. The blue bloods. Okay, well, there you go. He effed around, he found out, lost the scout, but managed to get a spearman, it looks like. Oh yeah, spearman gangbang, not gonna work out for red, so he knows it, turns around, retreats. These are not Lithuanian spearmen, so no one's moving faster than anyone else here. Synchronized attack. Oh yeah. Villager repairing the house. I didn't realize the house was part of the wall off because this looks open in Age of Empires. Appearances can be very, very deceiving. I've seen some pretty decent 900 elo players too. If you practice your build orders and you have a good sense of units in this game, you can pretty much reach decent levels of gameplay even with lower elos. Oh no, Deadville? Deadville? Okay, no longer loomless in Seattle, but she hits the corner of the tile. And when you hit the corner of the tile, you can get killed. Another hunter, 2 more hunters, 3 more hunters. And the Bloodless all of a sudden just randomly kills 4 or 5 villagers. And he is chasing. Okay. Am I mistaken, or so far today, any player who played red wins? Oh, no. Game number 2, Survivalist, was red as well, and he did not win. So the Bloodless is in the back of the Ethiopian base. Our Ethiopian, or pardon me, the Hunnic base, the Hun, for some reason, garrisons 2 villagers. Oh, my goodness. Ay. What was the point of that? The scouts, spearmen are probably not going to bust into here. Another dead villager. The Bloodless is just absolutely wrath of the Ethiopians right now. Another dead villager. I think you can kill the spearmen too if you wanted to, but no, some of these scouts are so weak on HP. 2 of them die. Oh, that's why you got to highlight. That's why you got to look at the HP. Yikes. Jeez, good luck. 1 game away from 1K. Best of luck to you. Pick a civ you're good at and then go crush it. I mean, just like that, in the blink of an eye, Survivalist has lost 11 villagers to his enemy. He's lost 2 villagers to elephants. This is not a good start here for our Hun, who is down 10 villagers. Still does have a military lead. No real discounts right now. Not exactly Magyar light cav. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Survivalist needs to get his butt up to Castle Age somehow. I mean, he's got 11 food in the bank. Easier said than done. Might want to bring in some of these sheep that he's gathered all over the map. This is 400 food for free. Archers are going to snipe these spearmen as the zebra goes absolutely bonkers. Jumping left, jumping right. Oh, one poke and you dead. At least Survivalist has going for him that he's got 17 more army count than his opponent. Oh, but he gets discovered here again. At this point, do you run away or do you stand and fight? I mean, you can fight this one scout. This is so incredibly sour here for Survivalist. Ouch. And at the same time, he's not really getting too much done on the other side of the map. Double archery range for our Ethiopian. Why the hell not? Fastest firing foot archers in the game. But instead of that, he's going skirmishers. Okay. Tower says enough's enough. Leave me the hell alone. Looks like another scout tried to bust its way in here. One more dead villager. 16 killed, 18 dead villagers total. But look at the army numbers. 26-3. Neither player really banking any resources. 11 villagers on gold for our Ethiopian, although he's going pure trash right now. Maybe he'll buy his way up to Castle Age. Does he have a market? He does. Okay, another house falls. Another layer of defense gone. But you're facing off against a full tower now. Even the villagers are joining in on the attack. I'm not sure Survivalist should be sticking around here that long. What's the HP on his units? Archers, one of them is basically dead. Now he is dead. Ethiopians do not get bloodlines, which means their scouts are a little bit weaker, but numerically they do outnumber their opponent. And that's it. No more attack for Survivalist, although he still does have 18 army count to 9. Our Ethiopian is sitting on a lot of gold. A lot of gold. So in a fun twist of civilizations, our Ethiopian is going mounted units and our Hun is going foot archers, when you would expect the exact opposite. That is just some of the fun when these two play against each other peacefully, gathering fish, completely unaware of the war surrounding her. Oh, to be that villager. Zebras run away in all directions. Okay, so the players, I feel like, are in resource gathering mode. Our Ethiopian for sure is with 900 gold. Survivalist, oh, he's just behind so far. He's gathered 20% fewer resources than his opponent so far, although does have a fairly scary archer force. As long as it doesn't run into these units, then it's not that scary, and then it's a lot of dead archers. And yeah, it is in fact market play castle for our Ethiopian. And it is Survivalist's turn. He is one-shotting villagers no longer. And he's gonna lose all of his archers just to get these villagers, but is it worth it? Maybe worth it. Vill lead is only 5, and Survivalist has an opportunity to train more villagers if he wanted to. But that was a huge throw of archers. That is a lot of dead archers. Why did you turn around? Okay. Well, all of a sudden, the economic lead for our Ethiopian isn't that high. He spent all his gold also. So that was the name of the game. Buy your way up to castle. And once he hits Castle Age, Survivalist is going to go into emergency mode. He's going to probably cancel a bunch of units, try to get his butt up to Castle Age as well. Or he'll continue pumping out Bloodline Scouts, which are not bad with 65 HP. We'll see. We'll see what happens in 15 seconds. For now, Bloodless playing this nicely, keeping the aggression on Survivalist side of the map. Making sure that when he hits Castle Age, he can continue pressing now with even stronger units. Remember, the Ethiopian Spearman automatically becomes an Ethiopian Pikeman. Elite Skirmishers and Light Cavalry. Yeah, he's going to pressure real nice. Survivalist. Will he even get this stable up? I'm not too sure he will. And he has a few seconds here to winnow down the numbers of his opponent's army, but it seems a little daunting here. The skirmishers are now elite, the scouts are now light cavalry. Survivalist has literally nothing. Nothing. A few archers, feudal age archers against elite skirmishers. Think he's gonna make more army instead of rushing up to Imperial? Yeah, he's got no choice. If he had like 500 food, 600 food, maybe he would try to go up to, I said Imperial, I meant Castle. But you know what? He can hug his TC. He can stick around this area. His army count is not small. As time goes by, though, the Ethiopian economy, though, is just growing and growing and growing. Survivalist has held us back. For now. He is facing weak units, light cav and skirmishers. Once our Ethiopian shows up here with some knights, then it'll probably be very bad news bears. But so far, hit and run tactics, pull them into the TC firing zone. Come on, pull them into the TC firing zone. Garrison, garrison, garrison. Pikeman survives. And this is where the Hun not being able to build houses is real freaking annoying. Okay, he wants to go up to Castle Age. He's getting a bunch of farms here. Or at the very least, continue to pump out scout line units. He does have 9 going up to 10. They do have 65 HP. Even the light cav doesn't have that much HP. But light cav pikemen, I don't know how much longevity is here in this Hunnic army. Also down upgrades, and now the knight is here. And I can't imagine Survivalist is going to be able to take this on much longer. No, now there's a knight over here as well. Villagers hanging out. Archers hanging out. Yeah, wow. Bloodless is just steamrolling tonight. And our Ethiopian, who had a very early game advantage getting his TC up, I think a little bit earlier, just translated that into military, slaughtered so many villagers. And Survivalists did a good job killing villas as well, but unfortunately just way too far behind. Way too far behind. Losing those 2 villagers to the elephants also not great. So feudal age, basically feudal age pikemen exception. Economically, even though they were in 2 different ages with wildly swinging populations of villagers, look at that. 700 resources, 2% difference in economy. 2%, that's nothing. Or pardon me, not 2%. 5%, my bad. That's still not that much. A little bit of extra wood for our Hun, everything else going to our Ethiopian, no surprise there, including a bit of stone. No conversions, didn't reach that stage of the game just yet. The Bloodless, about 50% more kills, about 50% more villager kills as well. So he just crippled the economy way too much. Those villagers never had a chance, never stood a chance against the Ethiopian. And like I said, it was funny to see the Ethiopian go mounted units and to see the Hun go foot archers when it should be probably the other way around, but It is what it is. Let's see game number 5. And we'll see if Survivalist can eke out a victory here. Ooh, we've got a Meso War. Survivalist playing as the Incas in blue with their free llama under the TC. Taking on the Bloodless as the Mayans, who start every game housed with that extra villager, 50 less food. So that's why he's getting loom and has queued up a bunch of villagers. Let's see the bases. Ooh, trees forming part of the wall off. Not fun. Stone and gold in the forward position. Berries in the forward position as well. But stone and gold in the forward position here too for our Mayan. I'm hearing walls going down. They are going down. Not a lot of expansion room. Wow, Bloodless guy that got screwed here. A little bit here and a little bit here. By the way, this is also shitty. You can't use this gate. It's pretty much blocked. Wow, real shitty expansion, while Survivalist has a nice... I'm not going to say what the shape is like, but he's got a nice expansion and another one here to the side. So Survivalist, aside from having his gold and stone forward and his berries annoyingly forward, is in a good spot, better than his opponent in terms of expansions. Unfortunately, does have a forest that forms part of his wall off. And now he destroys the wall, sees the expansion, and must be thinking, what the hell did I do to deserve such small little pockets in my trousers? Let's see. Will Survivalist... I mean, I feel bad laughing, but I'm going to ask you, will Survivalist lose a villager to the boar? Still hasn't approached his 2 boars. By the way, both boars in a very easily lamed position here. I have seen all manner of laming attempts. Although this boar also easily lamed. This boar also easily lamed. So both boars in the forward position. You want to see Survivalist go Siege Onager, cut through... I don't think the Incas get Siege Onager. I want to say that's base. Yeah, he does have a basic Onager which can do the same thing. But the Bloodless's situation is also not exactly 100% great, because like you're saying, Supergen, one shot here, just target this one pine tree, and this is open. Target any of these 6, and this is open. Well, maybe not the back one. Any of these 5, forward 5, and this is open. So both players have to be real careful. I heard someone pulling a boar, did I? Yeah, they're both pulling their boars. Ah, Siege Tower. That's true. How cool was that game from a few days ago, the Franks and Teutons game? Not only with that, first of all, Siege Towers are not cheap. Do they even... Does Capture Age even show them? I don't think Capture Age even shows Siege Towers. That's kind of weird, no? It's the one unit they don't show. I think it's 160 gold, if I'm not mistaken. So how cool was that game where he busted in, built that castle right here, 2 castles, and then just applied pressure, pressure, pressure. Siege Monk push with redemption. I'm assuming you mean the Inca, not the Mayans, who don't get redemption. Oh, you saw him develop it live on one of his Twitch streams? Funny enough, I think Survivalist should be going live any minute now. Usually this is the time of the night that he live streams, although I'm not sure Friday night if he does or not. Well, let's see it. Let's see Eagles with extra armor. Let's see Eagles with 100 HP. Wouldn't mind seeing some skirmisher wars with these two augmented skirmishers. Survivalist just needs 20 more wood for his lumber camp. There it is. Oh, right. It is Saturday in Japan. Okay, it is the weekend.
Okay.
And again, one player just advantage with relic location. One relic near survivalist, two relic near survivalist. This one, I guess, closer to Bloodless. And then neutrals. Although this neutral is a bit closer to survivalist. So 3 of the 5 relics closer to him than they are. And only 1 closer to our Mayan, and then 1 neutral one. Oh, not the first time. Our survivalist has the better relic location. Queues up the next sheep. Time for Dolly to move into the kill zone here.
Okay.
Has he seen all 5 relics? No, he's seen only 3 relics. Eagles continue to poke. That is kind of sour to just give up HP for no reason. You're already down 38 to 42. Yeah, Dolly moves into position. Great efficiency so far out of Survivalist. 0 TC idle time. Oh, come in. It's warm inside, he says to the Eagle, but the Bloodless is not falling for it.
Okay.
He knows if he goes in, that is a one-way trip. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the build order Survivalist was using when he Siege Tower dropped a villager count and then castles. Although the Mayans not exactly castle discount. I would expect that from the Incas with their 15% cheaper castles. Survivalist still 25 seconds away. 1 villager ahead. Or rather behind. Sorry, the Bloodless still 25 seconds away. 1 villager ahead. Archery range blacksmith for our Inca. The more standard market blacksmith for our mine. Okay, so they're both rushing up to castle age. They both will have the resources by the time they complete. Ooh, just 1 more chicken nugget away. He had to force drop twice. And ooh, why did our Mayan right now decide to go for these upgrades? They delayed his uptime by a little bit, although I guess training a villager in the meantime, not the end of the world. He will go up to the next stage again, 1 vill ahead. And about 25 seconds behind, although a little bit longer this time, with 2 seconds of TC idle time. Eagle, eagle, eagle. HP just keeps dropping for this one. Poor eagle. What is this? Oh my god, he was setting a trap. He was setting a trap with those walls. I love it. By the way, our Mayan already up to 350 stone. Will he actually go? Will the Bloodless try to pull on Survivalist what Survivalist pulled on him? He doesn't have the gold for a siege tower. I mean, he's going to have the stone for a castle by the time he hits the castle age. This is 1 minute of mining time for 8 villagers. Although he is getting gold mining upgrades, not stone mining. Where are the... oh, it doesn't show eco upgrades, right? Oh, that's... Oh, it does. There we go. So no stone mining yet. This is so cool. I'm really curious. Or is it just going to be a more standard... Hey, I'm going to hit castle age and I'm just going to build my own castle. Survivalist with the monastery in the center of the map. How many relics has he seen? Okay, now he's seen all 5. Extra is a very aggressive town center from our Inca. So he's not expecting the Bloodless to do anything right now. Bloodless is going up for a monastery. Monsieur went crossbows versus castle drop. This is what it feels like. This certainly does have that bit of a weird feeling to it. No, okay, so it's not a castle drop. It's just a defensive castle on the stone. Tony, how goes? Glad to get you live after all this time. Glad to be live after all this time. And glad to be alive after all this time. I've been coughing my lungs out for the last month. TC to the back, TC to the front, and look at Survivalist. The tendrils of the Incan army are expanding into the ether as he returns home, and oh yeah, baby. This is such a deadly unit against infantry. It has a hand cannoneer plus 10 attack bonus, and you can train it in the Castle Age, and it's only 40-40 in terms of resources, and it is just going to wreak absolute havoc. On the other hand, plumed archers with their 50 HP, fastest moving unit, fastest moving foot archer in the game. You get some monk first kill of the game. The eagle with their +8 attack bonus against monks guns him down, and now the slinger is here. Converted slinger. And the Bloodless just takes the relic. Okay, to be fair, it was closer to him. And Survivalist still has these two relics to the south. I don't mind the slinger versus crossbow, though. He stopped at 3 now that he saw absolutely no eagles. You gotta aim those rocks a little bit better, but the eagle has stopped. Oh, that's sour. It started moving right as they fired. Survivalist is ahead. 3 vills. He did get this TC up. Both TCs up, actually, before the Mayan even got his second. Let's see what these plumed archers can do. They do have fletching. Another slinger gets converted. Villager will get converted too, unless she runs in. Yeah, now she runs into the TC. So players not really contesting relics. Not too sure what to make of this. They're kind of just, I want to say, like tickling each other here and there. Not really taking big engagements. Not really building up their resources, and not also building up their armies. 8 army count to 12. Upgrades non-existent. The only upgrade in the entire game militarily is fletching right now. I wonder if he got no squires for red, no squires for blue. Oh yeah, the coughing has been an issue. I finally got like an inhaler, so I'm finally cured, although I have coughed twice tonight. Not the end of the world. I'm also hoping my voice is a little bit better. One of the videos I recorded like 3 or 4 days ago, I listened back and I was like, oh man, I should have had a cup of hot tea before I recorded this video. Now, plumed archers are great. They do come with attack bonus against the infantry. The only thing is you're taking on eagles potentially with 10 frickin' pierce armor, which are going to be pretty tough to take down with your tiny +1 attack bonus against infantry. That being said, let's see which direction the game goes. As limited as the meso civs are without cavalry, they are still pretty versatile civs. Monk lines are usually pretty good. Oh, now he's gonna ferry them rearwards. Is there a monastery back here? Am I missing something? What am I missing? I'm missing the fact that Survivalist, okay, I was gonna say doesn't have the wood, but now we got the wood. The skirmisher gets converted as a slinger dies. I mean, Bloodless is playing this quite nicely so far. 2 kills to 0, big forward castle. Will lame part of the gold. Does have Bodkin as well. Jeez, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate. Have a fantastic night. And check in afterwards to see who won game number 5. Will Bloodless take it 4-1 tonight? Or will he at least have to fight and take it 3-2? Okay, so lamed is the forward right side of this town center. But you can still mine these 2 patches. You can still mine this gold with a... Oh my god, will the monks survive? He goes in. This is another thing I don't like in Age of Empires. When monks with relics go into town centers and then you go outside with the relics still in hand. I feel like the relics should be dropped off where the monk goes into the town center. That was a relic heist from his own monastery, but a heist nonetheless. Who's my favorite player to watch? Ooh. I'll say a few players just because I think it's Civ dependent. I love to watch the Viper with Saracens. I love to watch Mr. Yo with Mayans. And I love to watch Hera with any good Hussar civilization. Ooh, you're gonna need more than one petard. Here comes the second. And there we go. They all have their own individual styles. Lewis has been growing on me lately, and Daniel. Those two players have been growing on me lately as well. Frickin' Andy and Doubt, I like when they play Rage Forest or Black Forest one-on-ones. Those are fun. I love, obviously, Survivalist and the Bloodless. Devoting a whole night to these two. Oh my god, look at that. This reminds me of that scene from Family Guy where they destroy the Amish farm. And then the Amish just rebuild it in like 5 seconds. And then they destroy it again, and the Amish rebuild it again in 5 seconds. Yeah, he got the relics and ferried them all to the safety of the rear here. A third castle up in Survivalist's face. Daniel, hello, hello. As the Bloodless begins teething the primary outer gold of his opponent. Also taking a little bit of the stone here. Big Mayan University, and look at this. Oh, he's making sure that if Survivalist wants to go out of his base, he's gonna have to either engage into a castle or destroy his own wall or go the long way around. By the way, interestingly, Survivalist did not destroy his wall up here, which is weird. He destroyed it back here in the smaller pocket, but not here in the bigger pocket. And by the way, are we going to see Survivalist with his usual ram? Survivalist is going up to Imperial. And once this castle completes, you best believe he's going to be training Trebs out of it. And let's see. So far, it is the Bloodless who moves forward with a ram. Okay. Did he see the castle under construction? He did. And here we go, a minute away from Imperial. This is definitely one way to defend against this kind of push. That being said, the Bloodless sells his wood, all of it, just so he can afford going up to Imperial himself. So he's going to be about 2 minutes behind, which is about 2.5 Trebs. And that Survivalist is going to be able to pump out here, which might be bad news bears. The only silver lining is that once he hits Imperial, he does have 2 castles. And so he can start pumping out Trebs of his own. Unfortunately, because he had to quote-unquote balance his economy to go up to Imperial, he has no resources, no food, no gold. He's got the wood for 2 Trebs. Where the hell did that skirmisher think it was going? Yeah, I apologize. I've been... Well, what's the word I'm looking for? I've been shitty in upkeeping my duties as a caster on Discord. I have been real bad. I've just been, again, just between the baby, not sleeping and moving, and sick. It's just been a bit of a bonkers month. But hopefully moving forward, I mean, I hope. Once we move and I have an actual office set up where I can do this a bit more regularly, then the live stream will be flowing daily. I can promise you that. But I need to move first. I need to set up the office first. And there we go, 2 Trebs. What did I say, 2.5 Trebs? And look at that, 2.5 Trebs. It is. And 1,400 stone for our Mayan. All of it gonna be dumped into defending this one castle while he gets his own Trebs out. Well, at the very least, 1 Treb. He finally has the wood for it and doesn't have the gold for him anymore. Yikes. Ooh, this is a risky play from Survivalist. Very forward castle. He's going up to 4 trebs. Still 1,400 stone because he's got 18 villagers on stone. Where are they? What am I missing here? Yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness. But the stone is starting to get mined out. Plumed Archer finds Survivalist little gold mining operation here in the middle of nowhere. The neutral stone is still here. How much? Only 200. And let's see how much investment the Bloodless wants to make into holding onto this castle. It's at 20%. Tenants get evicted. One more volley and down it goes. Survivalist just had way too much of a early attack. Oh my goodness, my brain is starting to turn into mush. First mover advantage with those 2 trebs. There was a ram. And now there are trebs. And like I said, very risky location for a castle. Wonder why he put it right there and not further back. So Survivalist attacking the castle. Bloodless attacking the trebs that are attacking the castle. Skirmishers move forward for both players. Oh, body blocking with a barracks, not something we see every day. The ram is capped. The HP is up to 200, but it does fall. Second castle down for the Bloodless. Another ram moves. So I'm not too sure how much that is going to work out for him, sending these individual rams forward one at a time. I mean, they are facing only villagers. Not exactly Spanish supremacy villagers. Okay. Survivalist finally does lose a treb. Now we got treb wars here. 4 to 5. No, pardon me, 4 to 3. But now it's 3 to 3. No, oh my god, 4 to 3. I thought there was one that got destroyed. I am mistaken. I like that Survivalist is going after the repairing villagers here. Walking around these 2 pillars that the Bloodless put up. What are you cooking up in the back here? More ranged units? Okay. Really? I mean, I guess you don't have the gold for much else. Did Survivalist just lose all his trebs? No, he pulled them back. Yikes. Scary, scary. Tense moment there. Skirm v Skirm. In the meantime, Red continues to gobble up the resources, including Survivalist stone. That's sour. He's back up to 1,400 stone. And that's with a castle that he just dropped. So he was at 2,000 a second ago. Okay. Quantity of skirmishers is enough. Just 2 more volleys before the villagers get there. 1 more volley gets it. Good pickup there. Oh my god, he put skirmishers inside the ram. Not something you see every day. Now the Mayan skirmisher with Welche javeliners is a little bit better than this one that doesn't really have Andean sling. Not that it would help much right now in this battle. Plumed archers snaking their way in. Are they elite? They are not elite, so just 50 HP instead of 65. Survivalist using trebs to attack. Oh my god. To attack successfully. They fire their flaming balls. They land, miss. You gotta love the animation of double javelins on fire with chemistry. Okay, Survivalist finally notices that, hey, you've been stealing my stone. You've left me 84 stone. You thieving goblin. How dare you? And so his eagles are out there. Villager kill count identical, 26 to 27. Total kill count almost identical, 81 to 87. Eagle discovers castle and town center. Also discovers the concept of death as it falls to those arrows. The Bloodless, despite map control, despite being the Mayans whose resources last longer, and despite being the one putting on all the aggression, has actually gathered fewer resources than his opponent. That is very interesting. In the meantime, Survivalist is going up to Onager, upgrading his farms, his vision, his villagers. On the other hand, we're going Elite Eagle Warrior for our Mayan. Tell me you're going El Dorado. Not a cheap upgrade, but look at his gold count. Holy shit. Our Mayan definitely has the gold for it. He's going to win the Skirmisher War as well. Moving forward with the Rams, but the siege, or rather the basic Onager, have softened them up enough. Does get one. Oh, gets destroyed. Okay. And again, yet again, the players back off. Is it even worth it to build a mining camp for 84 stone? Survivalist says no and long distance mines it. Okay. And the goal to the south, more infrastructure in the center. Look at how much infrastructure is here. 5 archery ranges, 3 barracks, 3 siege workshops, a castle. And there it is. There's El Dorado. He's got enough gold for what? 35 eagles? Doesn't have the food for it, but has the gold for it. Guilds and treadmill crane. Now may not necessarily be the time you want to invest resources in that, but Survivalist doesn't know what we know, which is that he's about to get eagle swamped, or maybe he does know. He's brought his slingers forward. Although 12 eagles, 12 slingers, I don't know necessarily how well they're going to do. Survivalist in the meantime blocking the path with more infrastructure. Last chance push for Survivalist. It kind of feels like almost a last chance push for our Mayan as well. He's down total population. He's revealed the elite eagles. Why did you do that? Look how little damage those skirmishers do to a 100 HP eagle. But the slingers with their plus 10 attack don't care. They move in, they kill. And now they're chasing. Now skirmishers against them, pretty good. These are still technically archer units with archer armor. They take bonus damage. 1 eagle. Look how many skirmishers needed to kill 1 freaking eagle. Man, El Dorado is a ridiculous upgrade. To the north, eagle destroying an outpost. To the south, gold mining continuing. To the west, 1 plumed archer destroying a house. And to the center, Survivalist is pushing out. He's got a bigger army. Does he have the better army? I don't know. Definitely got the bigger army. With the Trebs, definitely has the better army. Oh, eagles and attacking into slingers. No. Plumes arching to the south. Skirmishers arching to the east. Survivalist army is being attacked from multiple directions. Okay, plumes are now going villager hunting. The problem with going ranged units is that you have to deal with the onagers, and you do that with eagles. But unfortunately, Survivalist has surrounded his onagers with 9, going up to 15 slingers. And even with 100 HP, 15 slingers are going to be enough to one-shot these eagle warriors. What is going on here? Oh my god, there's a Treb here. Where did you come from? Man, I love the games between these two players. What the hell is that one Treb doing here? I mean, aside from destroying the TC, which Survivalist doesn't realize is happening, by the way. Not that he's can do anything to stop it. At the same time, he is destroying the castle of his opponent. While building a castle forward himself, he's got 5 Trebs. Where are the other 2 for our Mayan? There they are, off to the right. And now all of a sudden the Bloodless falls behind rather, 45 army count. And again, he finds himself with 3,000 gold. But you can't really train Frankish paladins at the moment. Town center is down. Survivalist rebuilds a mill. He's busted in. Oh, the villagers are going for the Treb. Amazing. We'll keep an eye on the Treb HP. Flick back to it right before it falls. Oh, you're not going to do anything against these seagulls. But there's enough slingers here, actually. Do a good job Okay, it unpacks. Melee armor jumps to 2. And look at this. The train of death. The Treb is being chased by villagers. Villagers that are getting attacked by ballistics and plumed archers. And chased by elite eagle warriors. But you can't stop. You can't stop. What will happen? Will he get the Treb? Every time they attack with the sword, it's only 1 HP. I don't think he's going to get it. That is incredibly sour here for Survivalist. Does not get the Treb, but does he care? He's moving out. Slowly, slowly, more infrastructure. To be fair, thumb ring for skirmishers. Now we have elite eagle warriors with fabric shields. Christmas came early. You've got on one side eagles with 100 HP. On the other side, eagles with extra armor. Thumb ring for skirmishers is does give them that accuracy, but remember, it doesn't improve the speed of the attack, which is something that took me a while to learn. I didn't realize that at first. Okay, they killed the Treb, or tried to kill the Treb. Now they're going after the plumed archer, which is still not elite. But look at the surround, and down he goes. Unfortunately, look at the mini-map. Ugh. Survivalist has no gold. He's got no gold because he's got 33 eagles in the queue. Holy moly. What do you do at this point? Just highlight all of your skirmishers and delete them? Never discount either of these two players. And you gotta love the skirmishers that can attack with 0 minimum range. Thank you so much, Andy and Sling. And Survivalist building barracks right in his opponent's face is about as hyper aggressive as you can get. There is still a castle here to the south, weirdly placed all the way down there. And Survivalist takes us. We never got to see the cataclysmic clash between eagles. Okay. Look at this armor. 10 freaking pierce armor. 4 melee. 10 pierce armor. That is ridiculous. So who wins out in this matchup? Well, it's kind of hard to say because neither one is fully upgraded. 9 attack minus 3 is 6 damage. What's 100 divided by 6? 17. 9 minus 4 is 5. Yeah, only 12. Okay, so not that close at all. The Mayan eagle takes it handily. 12 attacks to 17, but I mean 12 attacks to kill anything in this game is a lot. 17 attacks to kill something is even more ridiculous. 17 freaking attacks. That is a very long-lasting unit. Skirm to skirm, slinger to eagle, eagle to plumed archers. We got to see a lot of cool units in this game. Glad Survivalist managed to get a notch. And look at that. If you remove the relic gold, economies are identical. Like actually identical. 77-9 for both players. Alejandro, hello, hello. 4 conversions apiece, 46 raising. So double the raisings for our Inca, who was here with his castles a lot earlier. But Survivalist, with the quicker Imperial uptime, pumping out those Trebs, manages to not only hold, but push back. And what a super fun game. And that's going to be it for us. Oh, it's been a real fun time. I'm glad I managed to stream. I'm glad I'm healthy enough and my voice is back to normal that I can stream. And yeah. Andre, hello, hello. Sorry, but we are right about to end the live stream. And hopefully these two keep meeting, because anytime they meet, it's always so much fun. And hopefully streaming soon. Like I said, I am in the process of moving out to a new house. And once I get settled in there, there will be a home office dedicated to YouTube, which is something that I haven't been able to do lately. And with that, I will definitely be streaming a lot more during the daytime and evening times. And hopefully going live a lot more. So, I mean, it might take another month or so, but it will happen. And once it does, you're going to have so much Cast of Empires, you're going to get sick of me and tell me to F off. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Thank you again, David, for the super chat. And I'm glad we got to see some fun games out of these two. Very close games, very fun play styles out of both of them. And never easy to predict who's going to be taking the W between these two. But for now, all of us are winners because these games were just so much fun. A little tacky to say, a little corny, but it is very, very true. And thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend and fantastic night. August, yeah, you missed it. But yeah, hit the follow button. You'll see me when I go live. For now, though, we are ending it on a high note for the Bloodless, who takes these 5 games 3-2. Although, remember, these are just random games. I could have picked other ones to watch. It could have been anything. Not really indicative of anything. Always just fun to watch these two play. And yeah, everyone, thank you so much. And have a great night. Take care.